Hey, you got a clock to look at. Another clock. I had one a while back. This one seems to act like it has a low battery. I got a new battery here. I'll show you that on there, 1.6 volts. And when we put it in here, it acts like it's a wore out battery, because this is what it does when the battery gets low. It kind of just sits there and tries to go, but it doesn't. So we're going to tear it apart and see what's going on. There's probably something, my guess, something wrong with the gears in there, maybe from sitting around for so long. I guess it sat around for a long time, it wasn't used, so my guess is it sat around, maybe the gears I don't know, melted or warped or broke, cracked, whatever, from the heat. Sat out in the garage for a while, I guess. But yeah, let's tear it apart and see what's going on with it. We gotta take out the screws around the edge, pop the glass or plastic, it's probably glass, and take the arms off, and then take this out so we can pop the cover off. You can actually buy these things pretty cheap, so if you wanted to replace it, you could. I mean, you could probably buy a whole new clock cheap too, but you know, what the heck. Holy smokes. Oh, let me get something to grab underneath there. Hopefully I can do it without breaking it. Wow, that's on there tight. All these do is push down in there, so I can probably get the next one loose. So that one's loose. And that one's loose. So they're easy to get loose, but this top one here is just, this one here is a pain in the butt. That one's being a pain in the butt on me. I'll slide this through there a little bit more, and trying to get this off, it pushed those back on. But there we go. I just kept forcing it through like that, using this down here as like a wedge, and it just, you know, being that this gets bigger as it goes through, it just kind of pushed it on up. So now we got to get these back off. So gently wiggle these off there. Just like that. Just like that. And they only go on one way because you can see it's bigger hole on the bottom, a little bit smaller, and of course this one goes down the center. So they only can go on one way. Now that piece is probably just snaps in, I'm guessing, or screwed in from the other side. Maybe it's even stuck on. Let's see. This is just a sticker. It looks like somebody stuck on there. I believe this is just on there by, it's stuck in there with a few clamp or with a few latches. I mean, that's what it looks like. I did get this out. There's actually some sticky tape underneath there. That's what I noticed. That's what was holding this down there. I'm not seeing anything wrong though. Yeah. Not seeing anything wrong at all. You know what I bet it is? I'll take it apart and I'll show you. This way you'll know for when you do this. Save you a couple cents on buying a new one of these. Take these pieces out. Take this piece out. This piece right there, this little piece that this goes on, actually is a dry fit. It gets pressed into this gear that makes this get put around. And I just took a picture of this, and this has little like knurls on there. I dropped that gear. And it gets pressed inside there, and it must be loosening up. The plastic must be growing with the heat or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this in a little super glue, and then I'm going to press it in there. So this way this black gear won't spin around this part right here that is attached to this hand. So it'll all be one solid unit, and this will spin. So I got some gel super glue here that I'm just gonna dip this in, and then I'm just gonna slip that right in there all the way down. Wipe off the excess with my finger. And then that should be good enough. So now that's not going to go anywhere. So then I'll wait, well, I don't really have to wait for it to dry, because it's gonna dry pretty quick. So we can put this together. I did find something wrong with this, little piece that goes right here, which is this little piece with the little magnet on it. I have this under a magnifying glass type thing. I'll show you this, what I found. My camera's on the fritz, so I'm going to try to put this video together with all the trouble I've had with this camera, but here's what I found. You can see the little crack of plastic right there. Right there, you can see the crack in the plastic right there. And if I turn it 180 degrees, there you can see another one. There's another crack in the plastic right there. So I think what that's doing, being that that's cracked like that, on both sides like that, it's causing this thing to be a little bit bigger, and when it fits down in the spot where it goes, let me show you this. It fits down in here, and I noticed that you can see the distance between the edge of this metal and the edge of the plastic hole, right? There's a distance there. There's really no distance there. There's a distance here between the metal and the plastic hole, and there's no distance there between the metal and the plastic hole. So I think the plastic on there being broke is allowing it to, the plastic to stretch outward, and it's hitting this metal piece right here and possibly this metal piece right here. So that's when that thing is spinning, you know, when it's time to spin, every, you know, tick of the second, that third hand, it gets caught up on these two here, and that's stopping it from spinning. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, that's what's happening. Is you can see that it's sitting in there right now, and you can see, hopefully you can see this, that, well, this one you can really see that the metal is actually hitting the plastic on there. So that's causing it to stop this thing from spinning, the third hand. And it's hard to see on that one, but it's, I'm trying to get it best I can in focus there. That one, it looks like it's really close, but it might not be touching. This one here doesn't look like it's touching at all, and this one here doesn't look like it's touching at all, but that one there, you can see that it's touching. So what I was going to do is I was going to file this one down a little bit to get that metal away from that plastic, and then I was going to maybe touch this one up with a file also, just enough to clear that a little bit more, and see if we can get that so it doesn't hit that. And then we'll give it a try and see if that works. I was thinking that this little piece was maybe losing its magnetism, but it's not. It has plenty of magnetism in it. So that's what I found out, and that's what I think we're going to try. This has plenty of magnetism. That's a metal file, and it's hanging on to it good. So we don't have to worry about that. It's holding that up. So, all right. So I'm going to do that. So I'll just take that out, and like I showed you before, how it comes out, and then I'll take a file and just kind of file those two sides down. I'm just going to push this aside for now. Got all these wires in the way. I got that little tiny file I was just showing you. Hopefully I'm doing the right side, yeah. And I'm just going to file it down a little bit. It shouldn't take much to file this, I'm thinking. Let's see if I'm doing anything here in the light. I filed it a little bit. Let's try it in there. I'll put it back underneath here just so I can see if I did anything. Looks like I could. Looks like I didn't file it straight. That's what it looks like. Yeah. I'm going to file it a little bit more. This time I'm going to go a little straighter. Okay. I'm going to do this a little bit more. I'm going to go a little straighter this time, hopefully. And this one doesn't look bad here, but and then I'm going to put this together and then we'll see if it works. Alright. It starts out good. I'm going to sit here and watch it for a little bit. I won't sit here, let you sit here and watch it for how long I'm going to watch it, but I'll speed it up a little bit, and I'll sit here and watch it for, I'll bore myself for 5 minutes, let's say, playing with it and maybe trying to stop it, see if it'll start, but I'll speed up the video and stuff, and then we'll see what it does afterwards. Alright, well, it's been about 5 minutes, and that looks like it was it. So the little plastic piece cracked on both sides, causing it to rub up against the metal pieces there that create the electric field to turn the little magnet piece. And so we just filed those down a little bit so it wasn't rubbing up against them, and it worked out for us. So now we're all good to go. All we have to do is put it back together. So there you go. Saved myself what I looked up one of these, and I think it was I don't know, $3 and change at Walmart or something like that. So I saved myself all that. I feel like a rich man. Well, not me, because it's not mine, but yeah. Alright, I guess that's it. It was a pain in the butt with the camera at the front. So and actually the camera lasted. I don't know what's going on with that. Alright, we move on to the next one. We'll see you then.